All right, let's talk about anxiety. Hey guys, welcome back to the Ask Me World. What's going on? I don't normally do videos like this because I am normally making videos on, I don't know, my weekly basis videos. But I wanted to do like a vlog because I wanted to talk a little bit about anxiety. Now, anxiety is really, really interesting. You know, anxiety actually kicks me in the butt all the time and is pretty much one of the fastest growing mental health issues in the world right now. So how do we all deal with anxiety? I guess we all have our differences in how we deal with anxiety. I don't know if people deal with it in a healthy way, an unhealthy way, but I do know some tried and tested methods that do work, and I wanted to go over that with you today and some things that can help a little bit on the side. Okay, so anxiety. So anxiety, or generalized anxiety disorder, unfortunately comes hand in hand with autism. Now, if you're new around here and you don't know who I am, my name is Dan. I have autism, ADHD, OCD and dyslexia, and I make weekly videos on autism and mental health. So if you're new around here, you'd like to learn more about those subjects, remember to hit the subscribe button below by clicking that notification bell. And if you're watching over on Facebook, be sure to give this page a like and a follow to see more videos just like this one. Also guys, if you want to check me out on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook and TikTok, all the links will be on the screen and in the description below this video, so you can check out that, follow me on there. I love reaching out and talking to all you guys. It's amazing. Right, on with this video. Woo, right, green tea. So here's the deal. Anxiety is such an interesting topic because you know, anxiety comes hand in hand with autism. Now, if you are, you know, suffering from anxiety, if you're a person who deals with anxiety on a daily basis, hit that like button because I want to know that I'm reaching out and I'm like relating to my audience here. We're vibing right now, yo. So, as part of this video, I wanted to cover a couple of things that I use, strategies to help with anxiety, and something else that I found really, really effective in terms of what you can help with anxiety as well. So, the first thing that helps with anxiety, because you never know when anxiety is going to happen. Like, it could happen randomly. Sometimes you know triggers, like sometimes you know, like, oh, if I go to my auntie's house on a Sunday, everyone's going to be there and I'm going to get quite like triggered, there's going to be loads of people there, yada yada yada. But if you are someone like me who's like, well, you know, I don't really know when the anxiety is going to happen, and sometimes I'll go somewhere and it'll be like anxiety attack, and I'm like, oh, you know, and you kind of feel like you're dying a little bit inside, and there's all this anxiety overwhelms you, and it's just too much, right? It's too much, and then it ends up affecting your sleep, your day to day. You're in hot and cold, you're snappy. We all know the differences, right? Anxiety sucks. So the best way that I found dealing with it is kind of like using breathing techniques. That's like number one, right? Number one is to just breathe in, like hold your breath for 5, breathe out for 5, and breathe in for 5, hold it for 5, breathe out for 5. You do that 5 times, it totally calms you down and gets you back to relatively zero. I'm not going to say 100% back to zero, but you get similar to where you were before the anxiety started creeping in. Now, that's just one way to deal with it. Another way I found about dealing with anxiety is just being aware of things that, you know, feelings that happen when you get anxious. Like you start getting sweaty, you start feeling a bit of like a cold sweat coming over you, or you start getting worried and getting anxious and snappy. Then alert somebody that you're with to say, hey, you know, like for me, it's my girlfriend Naomi. I'm like, Naomi, I'm feeling really kind of like, I feel like I'm getting really anxious right now. And then she's like, dude, I totally get it. You should like just take 5, you know, let's go outside, let's get some water, let's just calm down, go somewhere neutral. Telling somebody an issue is awesome because like a problem shared is a problem halved, and that is golden. So rule number 1, definitely try out talking to somebody and telling them how you feel. Another favorite of mine, if I'm feeling anxious at night and I'm at home and I'm feeling kind of like a bit overwhelmed with things like my work and whatever, I always like to drink green tea. Now, green tea is great because it's just a nice warm beverage that's got no caffeine in it, because I actually don't take caffeine, so I'm straight edge, and I don't take caffeine. But this is a decaf green tea, and it just helps calm me down a little bit because it has a like a warm kind of tea, has this like warming property to give you a bit of a hug, and I love that. Okay, so moving on from that. There is something that I use, and you guys all know me for this, right? I actually use CBD products, right? Now, CBD is a non-psychoactive counterpart of cannabis, which is the marijuana plant or the cannabis plant. It's like a hemp oil that they extract from it. It's kind of like a food supplement. It's legal here in this country, and some countries it isn't legal for some reasons or not. I'm not entirely sure why it's illegal in other countries, but some places use it, some places don't. Now, I have tried CBD oil, CBD lozenges, CBD capsules, CBD gummies, even CBD eye cream. I've tried it all. Now, the interesting thing about CBD oil is that like it comes with a pipette. Now, when you have CBD in an oil format and you take the pipette, you have to kind of, you squeeze the pipette to get the amount of oil you want onto the pipette, and then you have to drop that into your mouth. And you've got to kind of play a bit of a target game, like, am I getting it in my mouth? Is it working? Now, the problem with using a pipette like this is that you have to kind of squeeze the right amount into your mouth, and it's kind of like a target practice thing. You got to like get it right into your mouth without spilling any of it anywhere, like I just did everywhere. And then the other thing is that CBD has a percentage, right? So, you know, you say like in 5 drops of this, you get X amount of CBD. Now, when you're taking CBD for anxiety, because it really does help with lowering anxiety, well, I found it to help me anyway. I can't speak for everybody, but I speak for myself, and for me and a bunch of other people that I know, it's definitely helped with anxiety. So I tried a few different things. I tried getting it onto to the right measurement, because let's put it this way, if you're supposed to have like I don't know, 5 milligrams or like, I don't know, 5 drops of this CBD oil, and you want to get the right percentage in, then you have to pipette the right amount in. Pipettes aren't amazing. It's not exact science, and I think that there's huge room for error with pipetting. So then I thought about trying CBD capsules, right? So this is the size of a CBD capsule. This thing is huge. Like, this thing is like a horse tranquilizer. Not a huge fan of CBD capsules. They're just too big and they taste disgusting. Now, what are the ways are there to take CBD? Now, I know that some people say that the CBD edibles, like you can buy lollipops and like gum and stuff like that, but the awesome people at Botanic Lab reached out and they asked if I would check out their drink. Now, they've got a drink which is called Dutch Courage. I believe this is what this one's called. This one is a CBD drink, and it contains CBD but no THC. Now, a lot of oils, like this one, contains some CBD and some THC, and THC is the psychoactive part, but there's a legal amount that you can get, like a threshold that you can take. Now, with this drink contains 5 milligrams of the CBD, right? Which is really interesting, because if you drink this whole can, you know you've had that exact amount, which I find a more effective way of getting the CBD in. Now, this drink, I actually asked them if they would send me the sour cherry and hibiscus botanic tea drink. Oh, it's so good. Now, I was talking about tea earlier, so this is what they've done. They've taken the idea of like a herbal tea, they've taken the idea of a CBD oil, and they fused them together to make this lovely fruit hibiscus tea, which just tastes so refreshing. Now, I actually think this would be perfect with some ice, a piece of lemon in there on a nice hot day, put a straw in that and maybe an umbrella. You guys would just be absolutely living life with this drink. Now, this drink is pretty amazing. So they're really ethical. This one is vegan, and there's no refined sugars in it, there's no artificial flavors, and there's no artificial sweeteners, which is paramount when you're trying to give yourself something to let you calm down and relax and have less anxiety. You don't want to like give yourself caffeine or sugar or anything that's gonna like hype you up, right? So that being said, I do have a link where you can get your hands on some of this awesome hibiscus cherry, sour cherry should I say, drink from Botanic Labs down below, which is really cool. Now, if you use my link below, you can get 25% off a purchase from Botanic Lab, and actually check out their theme at the moment. They have this thing called Take 5, which is absolutely insanely good. It's the whole Take 5. Take 5 drops of CBD, take 5 milligrams of CBD. It's a way of telling yourself to take 5, just de-stress, so you can stop anxiety creeping up and kicking your butt when it actually arises. But the link is in the description below of this video, so you definitely check it out. And yeah, just give the company some love. Check out their social media accounts as well. Really nice. I love this drink. They sent me a bunch of it, as you can see on the shelf behind me. Love it. So thank you so much for that, Botanic Lab. If you guys have anything to add to this video of how you can, you know, lower anxiety, use CBD products, or have you tried this drink? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. And on that note, guys, I'll see you later.